Welcome in to Brent Gould Field on the campus of Seward County Community College. It is the annual 4th of July game between the Dodge City A's and the Liberal BeeJays. Set for game 25 of the season between the A's and BeeJays. We'll have first pitch coming up momentarily. Jason Davis for the BeeJays. He gets the start on the mound. Jason Davis, the right-handed pitcher, 6'4", 255 from Weatherford. Comes from Missouri City, Texas. He last pitched on looks like on June the 25th against the Larks. He's 1-1, has 17 1/3 innings, a 3 earned average. And the first pitch in to Edward Gregory Jr. for strike number 1. First pitch, 7:06 p.m. here in Liberal, Kansas, and we are underway. Edward Gregory makes contact. He's flown out into left field. It'll drop in for a hit. It is the first hit of the ball game. A leadoff single for Edward Gregory Jr. Edward Gregory, the junior from Southern University from Detroit, Michigan. That will bring up Justin Cruz. So Cruz is a junior, played at Florida A&M University this year, a right-handed outfielder, comes from Archer, Florida. So Cruz steps up to get his first at-bat of the ball game. 1 on and nobody out for the Dodge City A's as they face off against Jason Davis. And Cruz sends one out into right field. It's bobbled. The throw to first is in time. At second, rather. So give Justin credit with a single.
Number 16, right fielder.
One away for the A's. That brings in Isaiah Velasco. Velasco, the graduate from Post University this year from Sylmar, California. Takes a pitch low down in the dirt for ball 1. So Velasco's ahead in the count 1-0. He'll take a pitch, little low and outside, makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Back-to-back singles. The A's have 2 hits. No, 1 away so far as Velasco taking all the way takes strike 1. Swung on and missed. Velasco works the count full after getting ahead 3-0. A called strike and a swinging strike, and now the count has run full. Davis with the payoff pitch. He works from the first base side of the rubber. Pitch Misses low. Glasgow will draw the walk. So 2 on with 1 away for Matt Perez. Perez, a redshirt freshman.
Position number 27, third baseman, Matt Perez.
Played at Florida A&M University. Perez from Orlando, Florida. He steps in for his first at bat of the ball game. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's with 1 away. The throw over to first. It'll roll away, and that will lead to a run scored. Pitch from Perez is popped up, fielded behind second base by the second baseman for the BeeJays.
Next up, number 24, first baseman, Blake Goldman.
Called a strike. Coleman down, even in the count at 1. Blake Coleman, the sophomore from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He'll take the pitch. Flies out to the left fielder Ortega, and that'll do it for the top of the first. The A's have a lead at 1-0. We're headed to the bottom of the first for the first at-bats of the Liberal BeeJays. We'll be back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, Matt Bernath set to lead off for the Liberal BeeJays as we've entered the bottom of the first. Remy Miller getting his start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's. Bernath takes a pitch, pops it high out into left field. Backtracking to the track is Radcliffe and pulls it down for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring in Todd Baffa. Baffett takes the first pitch. It's in for a strike. He'll pop up, fielded by Edward Gregory Jr., and that is out number 2.
Next up, number 20, right fielder, Drew Grego.
So 2 away for Drew Grego. As he takes the first pitch, he sees low and outside. Moves ahead in the count, 1-0. Pitch. It's a fly ball out into right field. Played off the wall at the Black Hills sign. And that will be a double. So the first hit of the ball game for the BeeJays, and that brings in Justin Hudson. So the BeeJays have 1 on with 2 away. So he'll take pitch high for ball 1. Miller delivers, bounces it in the dirt ahead of home plate. Hudson ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So the defensive alignment for the Dodge City A's, left to right in the outfield, it is Jacoby Radcliffe, Justin Cruz, and Isaiah Velasco. Third to first across the infield, Matt Perez, Kane Carlos, Edward Gregory Jr., and Blake Coleman. Kevin Hammond behind the plate, and Remington Miller completes the battery on the mound for the Dodge City A's. We'll go back to work. The 1-0 pitch is popped up, and it will go foul and out of play. It evens the count. No, brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one delivery coming from Miller. Bounces one ahead of home plate, and it will roll away from Hammond. That'll advance Grego over to third. Three and one the count. 2 away. The first 2 at batters went down in order for the Liberal BeeJays, and Miller misses low and walks Hudson. So that brings up Carson Willis now with runners on the corners and 2 away. The A's still have a 1-0 lead. We're in the bottom of the first. We have also returned to league competition. This is a league game tonight here at Brent Gould Field. Carson Willis is swing and a miss. Finds himself down in the count early. No balls and 1 strike. Liberal BeeJays are 8-9 overall in the Rocky Mountain League. Your A's, they are 8-7. Flied out to Velasco in right field, and that will end the inning. The BeeJays strand 2. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Jacoby Radcliffe at bat for the Dodge City A's. In the top of the second, Radcliffe, the junior from Southern University. So he'll foul that one off, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch coming from Davis. Radcliffe, the first batter of the inning for the Dodge City A's. They have a 1-0 lead, and Radcliffe will take a fly ball out into right field. It drops on the line, rolls towards the bullpen, and the throw to third is offline, so he is in with a triple.
Number 30, the designated hitter, Johnson.
So that'll bring up Makai Johnson, the designated hitter tonight for the Dodge City A's. He takes a called strike. Down in the count, 0-1. Makai, the redshirt sophomore, is undecided at this point. Comes from Gainesville, Florida. He'll take a called strike. Is down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch misses high. Makes it 1-2. Swung on and missed. It'll be a drop third strike. They'll throw down to first to complete the out. One away, and that will bring in Kevin Hammond for the Dodge City A's. Hammond hits in the 8-hole here tonight. Righty Hammond from Lipscomb University, was a redshirt freshman this year from Keller, Texas. Davis fires the first pitch in for a called strike. As Hammond finds himself down in the count, 0-1. Yeah, one delivery fouled off back into the netting. Pitch is fouled off at the first base dugout. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 count to Hammond. Davis set. Runner on third. Grounded past the pitcher Davis. They'll throw to first for the out. It was fielded by the second baseman, Bruce. They make the throw. 2 away, but a run scores, and the A's lead it 2-0. So an RBI ground out for Kevin Hammond, and that will bring in Kane Carlos at the bottom of the order for the Dodge City A's. Carlos, the freshman from Eastern Arizona College, is down on the count, 0-1. Comes from Ava Beach, Hawaii. Catcher Garcia for the BeeJays takes this opportunity. He'll go out, have a conversation with Davis. We'll take this time. Let's talk about the defensive alignment for the Liberal BeeJays. It is Ortega, Ryan, and Grego left to right in the outfield. Baffa, Bermnath, Bruce, and Hudson left to right, third to first across the infield. Garcia behind home plate. Jason Davis on the mound. That completes the battery for the Liberal BeeJays, who now find themselves in a 2-run deficit. Davis misses with the pitch. It evens the count at 1. Oh, and he'll hit Carlos in the back. The A's were hit several times at Derby the other day as well. In fact, there was one inning back-to-back, same exact pitches, same exact locations where A's wore it off of their hip. So after the hit by pitch, we'll return to the top of the order. With Edward Gregory Jr., he singled to lead off in the first and would come around and score as well. Jr. will take the pitch high for ball number 1. One on with 2 away for the A's. Throw over to first is not in time to check on Kane Carlos. Gregory pops that when it's headed out into right center field. Pulling it down for the final out of the inning is Jack Ryan. He will get the final out as we are headed to the bottom of the second. A's lead at 2-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Remington Miller back on the mound for the Dodge City A's as he faces off against the catcher Drew Garcia, who finds himself ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. I'll make that 3 balls and no strikes now to the catcher Garcia. It'll be Garcia, Bruce, and Ryan due up here in the inning for the BeeJays. So he'll take the called strike. It's 3-1. A's with their yellow tops tonight. Green A's logo on the front. A swing and a miss from Garcia, and it runs a count full. Green numerals on the back. The A's with their green front hat, A's logo on the front in white. BeeJays go with the white uniforms today. That pitch is popped up on the infield. Giving chase is Coleman in foul territory. He pulls it down for the first out of the inning.
Number 15, second baseman, Landon Bruce.
So that'll bring in Landon Bruce. With one away. Bruce will take a pitch low and outside for ball one. Miller misses low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Bruce. Bruce, the second baseman tonight for the Liberal BeeJays. It's a swing and a miss. Makes it 2-1. Remington has a 2-1 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Count runs to 3 balls and 1 strike. He'll miss low. Bruce will draw the walk. That'll bring in Jack Ryan for the BeeJays with 1 out and 1 on. Remington making his 6th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Picked up the win against the Game Day Angels on June the 29th, and also the win against the Colorado Rough Riders on June the 15th. He took the loss in the game against the Kansas Cannons on June 9th. 1-0 pitch coming to Ryan. He pops one up. Giving chase is Hammond at the screen. It will fall in the stands. Count 1-1. One pitch. Ryan takes it. It is a ball. Looked pretty good from up here, but it may have been a little bit low. Miller works from the first base side of the rubber, has what he wants now, and comes set. 2-1 delivery. He'll miss high on the fastball, makes it 3-1. Remington has a 9.70 ERA, has pitched 21 1/3 innings coming into today's contest. Ryan draws the walk as Miller misses outside, and that puts runners on first and second with 1 away for the BeeJays. Brings up Jacob Ortega at the bottom of the order for the BeeJays. BeeJays have a runner in scoring position now. Both teams have stranded 2 runners already in the ball game. Pitch misses high to Ortega. Makes it 1-0. Remington's longest outing came against the Colorado Rough Riders back on June the 15th. He went 6 innings in that contest, allowed 2 runs, both of them earned, struck out 3 and walked 6. Overall, Remington has struck out 16 and walked 23. Pitch misses low, rolls away from Hammond, and it is 3 balls and no strikes. .30 pitch. Water takes a look at second. Makes the pitch, misses high. 3 straight walks and the bases are loaded. Here in the bottom of the second. That'll prompt a mound visit. We'll take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Curbs Law Office, LLC, and Lewis Automotive Group. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, the A's, unfortunately, are looking for their first win this week. They are 0-4 on the road right now, playing their 5th road game since taking to the road on Monday. They dropped a run rule loss to the Hayes Larks Monday evening. Would drop 2 to the Newton Rebels on Tuesday, and then dropped the game on Wednesday to the Derby Twins. Pitch in to Matt Bernath back at the top of the order in for strike number 1. It's a called strike. Remington has his sign and come set. Wind is blowing out here at Brent Gould Field. He'll miss just a little bit high and out to even the count at 1. One past the glove of Perez. It rolls out into left field. 1 run is home. The second run is in safely. And the BeeJays have tied the game and still just 1 away in the bottom of the second.
Coming to bat next, number 2, third baseman, Todd Laffa.
So that brings in Todd Baffa. Baffa flew out his last time up. BeeJays starting their second trip through the batting order. Miller misses high. Miller misses low. Bounces in front of home plate on that one, makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Hammond lost the ball for a short amount of time, but no damage done. The runners did not advance. Runners on first and second with 1 away for the BeeJays. Two balls and 1 strike to count for Baffa. Pitch misses low, makes it 3-1. Three walks and a single have led to the BeeJays scoring 2 runs in this inning, and the pitch misses inside there and loads the bases again. That'll bring up Drew Grego, who doubled his first time up. Grego, the 7th batter, to come to the plate this inning for the BeeJays. The pitch misses inside. Miller already at 41 pitches. We're in the bottom of the second. That will be a hit by pitch, and it scores a run. The BeeJays have their first lead now. They lead at 3-2.
Number 24, Justin Hudson, first baseman.
That'll bring in Justin Hudson. Hudson, the 8th batter to come to the plate this inning for the BeeJays. One away, bases loaded with 3 runs in. Miller delivers to Hudson, who drew a walk his last time up. Misses with ball number 1. Hudson sends the bat flying, and it will be strike 1. Thankfully, the net caught it before it went into the crowd. Get that young man some stickum. He's going to get some on his grip, and we'll go back to work. Counts 1-1. Swung on and missed. Does Hudson. He's down in the count 1-2. Something we haven't said a whole lot in this inning. 3 walks, a single, and a hit by pitch have led to 3 runs scored. Miller misses. Evens a count at 2. There is work down in the A's bullpen. Two-two pitch. Driven out into left field and falls foul. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 again, a fly ball. It will get down out in left field. That'll score 2 runs. The stop sign at third, and it is a RBI double for Hudson. It was a 2 RBI double as the BeeJays lead it 5-2. That brings in Carson Willis, who is the DH. He flew out his last time up. Willis ahead in the count, 1-0. Willis pops that one up right at the shortstop Carlos, and that is out number 2.
Number 26, the catcher, Drew Garcia, preparing to bat.
So that'll bring up the catcher Garcia. As the BeeJays have batted around in the inning. Garcia led off the inning, and he'll take the first pitch outside for ball number 1. Garcia led off the inning. He flew out his first time up. Takes a pitch high, makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Well, that is the second time the ball has rolled out of the A's bullpen here in the inning as work continues for the A's. 5 runs have scored for the BeeJays. They have 2 away, runners on second and third. 2-0 pitch, misses. Makes it 3 balls and no strikes. Miller makes the 3-0. It's flown out into center field. There to grab it is Justin Cruz. That'll end the inning. The BeeJays lead it 5-2. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the third, it is the center fielder, Justin Cruz, for the Dodge City A's. He's out to face Davis, out for his third inning of work as the pitch is fouled back into the netting, and Cruz down in the count 0-1. Cruz singled the last time he was up. Cruz is batting .500 on the season as he fouls that one back, hits a pole, and is down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Davis shaking off a couple, has what he wants. Works from the first base side of the rubber and comes set. Delivers a ball outside. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cruz. Cruz makes contact, which is something he's done well. It's flown out into right field, and there to pull it down is Drew Grego, and that is the first out of the inning.
Number 16, right fielder, Isaiah Velasco.
So that'll bring in Isaiah Velasco. Velasco batting .292 on the season. Drew a walk the last time he was up. So the A's trail at 5-2 after the BeeJays hung 5 in the bottom of the second. The A's scored 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Velasco takes a pitch that misses for ball 1. The A's and BeeJays, they've played in the annual 4th of July game. They've been playing it for many, many years, has played it for as long as I can remember, with the exception of 2020, which the A's did not play that season. And 2021, the A's ended up being on the road at a different team that year. Pitch to Velasco misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So yes, the 4th of July game is a bit of a tradition now for the Dodge City A's, as pitch is called strike. Exit 2-1. Jason Davis got the win against the Hazarks on June the 25th, going 6 innings in that contest. Payoff pitch. Davis delivers. Isaiah makes contact. He'll foul it off back behind us, and the count remains full. Payoff pitch again. Swung on and missed, and that will be the second out of the inning, as Isaiah will go down on strikes. That is 2 away for Matthew Perez. Perez batting .316 on the season. Flew out the last time he was up. Flew out to Bruce behind second base. He'll take a pitch low and outside. Count 1-0. 400 to center here at Brent Gould Field. 370 into the right power alley and 320 down the right field line. Pitch down in the dirt. Counts 2-0 to Perez. It's 340 down the left field line and 380 into the left power alley, just to the left of the Saints BeeJays scoreboard. Perez ahead in the count, 3-0. He'll draw the 4-pitch walk. So that puts 1 on for the Dodge City A's with 2 away. To bring up Blake Coleman. Coleman flew out his last time up, batting .302 on the season for the A's. The A's are playing their 5th game on the road this week. They'll return to the friendly confines of Cavalier Field tomorrow to face these liberal BeeJays yet again. The pitch, high, called strike. Down in the count, 0-1 is Coleman. The A's are at home tomorrow. They'll be back on the road Sunday, back here at Brent Gould Field against the BeeJays. That will be a non-league contest. Coleman fouls that one, or sends it to right field. It drops just inside the fair line.
Number 15, Jacoby.
So that'll bring in Jacoby Radcliffe. That puts runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. 2 runs on 4 hits for the A's. 5 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the BeeJays. Radcliffe, he tripled the last time he was up. A well-struck ball down the right field line. Gets ahead in the count, 1-0. Radcliffe batting .218 on the season. Takes a pitch a little bit low. Makes it 2-0. Three balls, no strikes, account to Radcliffe. There is an open base. It would load the bases. Davis were to walk Radcliffe. The 3-0, called strike. Catches the outer edge of the zone. .52 pitch of the game for Davis. Grounded it to the shortstop, the fielder's choice for the out at second. And we are headed to the bottom of the third. The A's trail 5-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Remington Miller returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the third. He's out for his third inning of work. So he'll face off against Landon Bruce. Pitch is fouled off, and it evens a count at 1. Two balls and one strike. Grounded to the pitcher Miller. He'll make the throw to first in time for out number 1.
Center fielder, number 21, Jack.
So that'll bring in Jack Ryan. Ryan, he walked on his last time up. Free bases, they continue to plague the A's pitching staff. Ryan ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The A's have their middle infield back. As Miller misses again, makes it 3-0. Well, Miller makes it a 4-pitch walk, and back-to-back at-bats for Ryan are walks. Puts one on with one away. Brings up Jacob Ortega. He walked his last time up. Shadows being cast across the field here at Brent Gould. From the trees in the buildings, I've never seen a pitch bounce like that. When it hit the railing, bounced right back almost at Remington Miller for ball 1. Well, not every day you can say you see that a wild pitch bounces right back at the pitcher. We just saw it here. 1-0 pitch coming. It moved at Ryan over to second. Pitch was called strike. Evens a count at 1. Ortega takes a pitch, bounced in front of home plate to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Ortega comes up empty on the offering. Evens a count at 2. Two offering from Miller, popped up. Hammond has it, will pull it down right on the edge of the grass. There was nobody covering third, but Ryan did not advance. 2 away for the BeeJays.
Back to the top of the order, number 3, shortstop, Matt Bernat.
So that'll bring us back at the top of the order for the Liberal BeeJays. They're starting their 3rd trip through the batting order. It is Matt Bernath, a fly out in a single so far in the ball game. He'll take a pitch missing outside for ball 1. Bernath makes contact, sends it out towards center field. Cruz tracking it, has it ahead of the warning track, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the fourth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Todd Baffa leading off in the bottom of the fourth after the A's had a runner tagged out at third in the top half of the inning. Baffa takes a ball high, pitch is called strike. Two balls and one strike, the count to Baffa. Baffa walked on his last time up, makes contact off the end of the bat, sends it out into center field for Cruz. He'll pull it down for the first out of the inning.
Next up, number 20, right fielder, Drew Grego.
So that'll bring in Drew Grego. Grego is 1 for 1. He was hit by pitch his last time up. Miller calls time to tie his cleats. He's out for his fourth inning of work for the Dodge City A's. So the BeeJays, they scored 5 in the second and have been held scoreless in the first and third. The A's scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and have been held scoreless in the third and fourth innings. So we will go to work now to Drew Grego. Nobody on and one away for the BeeJays as he'll take a pitch high and outside for ball number 1. The 1-0. Grego makes contact. It's off the bat and falls down into right center as it rolls to the wall, and Grego's in with a double. So that'll bring up Justin Hudson now. Hudson 1 for 1, a walk and a double in the ball game.
24, Justin Hudson, first baseman, preparing to bat.
Hudson takes a pitch outside. Moves ahead in the count, 1-0. Miller takes a long look back at second, delivers off the bat, headed out into left field, falling foul and one hopping the wall. It is a long, loud strike number 1. It was a foul ball over the left field wall. One pitch. Just misses the outer part of the zone. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Miller now at 78 pitches in the ball game, countered by his counterpart Jason Davis with 62. We're in the bottom of the fourth. A's trail 5-2. Time is called by Hudson. He'll step out. Come back with the 1-1 delivery that misses high and inside, makes it 3-1. 3-1 pitch from Miller. The fastball catches the inner part of the zone. The count runs full. So the payoff pitch coming. As clouds filter into the north here at Liberal. Lights are on here at Brent Gould Field, and the pitch misses high, so the payoff pitch walks Hudson. That puts 2 on with 1 away and brings in Carson Willis, who is 0 for 2. He's flown out both times he has been at the plate.
Designated hitter, number 39, Carson Willis at the plate.
Willis and Garcia are the only two batters in the BeeJays lineup that have not reached safely so far in the ball game. Takes a pitch outside for ball one. Work has started again in the Dodge City A's bullpen. There is nobody down in the BeeJays bullpen. The BeeJays lead at 5-2. 6 runs for the A's, 4 for the BeeJays. A high fly ball out to left field, and it is a no-doubter gone, a 3-run shot for Carson Willis as the BeeJays lead it 8-2. So we will go back to work. With Drew Garcia, who is 0 for 2. So Garcia now the only batter that has not reached safely. He starts off with ball number 1. The 1-0. High, and Garcia was waving his hand. I'm not sure what was going on there, but count is 2-0. When I say he was waving his hand, it was almost hit as the pitch was coming in. Pitch called strike. Two-one delivery. This is low and outside, and it's 3-1. Garcia takes a called strike. The count runs full. The payoff pitch coming from Miller. Payoff is popped up. It's being tracked on the left side of the field. Matt Perez backtracking up the line and will pull it down right on the left field line for out number 2. So that brings in Landon Bruce, who is 0 for 1. Bruce grounded out the last time he was up. Miller misses outside. 1-0 pitch. Misses high. Makes it 2 balls and no strikes. 91 pitches now for Remington in the ball game. Pitch misses low and outside. Makes it 3-0. Delivery. Miller fires in, and it's a 4-pitch walk. That puts a runner on with 2 away to bring in Jack Ryan. Ryan, he's walked on twice. He does not have an official at bat in the ball game. 8 walks and a hit batter so far in the ball game for the A's pitching staff. Hammond went out to have a quick conversation with Miller. Is Devon Polk down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. So we'll go to work with Ryan. He's walked on twice already in the ball game as the BeeJays are trying to complete their 3rd trip through the batting order. Miller misses outside for ball 1. Called strike. Ryan checked his swing, but it's called strike anyway to even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch. A curveball maybe. Left it high. It's 2-1. Miller misses in the same spot. 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Ryan. The delivery is a fly ball out into center field, pulled down by Justin Cruz. So Jack Ryan is retired for the first time, and that will send us to the top of the 5th inning. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, Justin Cruz is set to lead off for the Dodge City A's here in the top of the 5th inning. The A's trailing 5-2. He takes the first pitch he sees, sends a fly ball out to left field, over the wall, and gone. A solo shot for Justin Cruz, and the A's have struck back after falling behind 8-2. They now trail at 8-3. So the A's have answered back after giving up 8 unanswered. The A's are finally back on the board. It was the 7th hit of the ball game for the Dodge City A's.
Number 16, Isaiah Velasquez.
That'll bring in Isaiah Velasco. Velasco went down swinging his last time up. It's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He hit it or walked before that. Takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Velasco swings, comes up empty. He'll even the count at 1. Justin Cruz, by the way, had 9 runs scored on 10 hits so far this season. Velasco takes a called strike on the outer edge. Falls down in the count, 1-2. Velasco, 21 runs on 19 hits. He'll send one off the bat and foul. Count remains 1-2. Yeah, you still have some work to do, trailing 8-3. Scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and so far 1 in the fifth. The BeeJays 5 in the second and 3 in the fourth. Pitch is called strike. Velasco not happy with himself, but called strike for out number 1. That'll bring in Matt Perez, who is 0 for 1. He walked on his last time up.
Third baseman, number 27, Matt Perez.
Perez with 14 runs on 18 hits for the season. The first pitch coming in is high and tight on Perez. He'll work ahead in the count, 1-0. Davis is back out for his 5th inning of work for the Liberal BeeJays. He's at 69 pitches now. You can almost feel that the night would be over for Remington Miller. Yeah, he's had Devon Polk down in the bullpen getting ready as Davis delivers outside and misses. It's 2-0, the count to Perez. Davis misses out again. It's 3-0. Pitch. Davis delivers on the outer edge. It's a called strike. Davis will miss high on the 3-1, and that walks Perez. 1 on and 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Blake Coleman, who has 1 for 2. Singled the last time he was up. Actually singled up the right field line.
First baseman, Blake Coleman.
Coleman with 14 runs and 19 hits on the season. He'll take a ball outside. Moves ahead in the count, 1-0. Davis misses low. Coleman's ahead in the count, 2-0. Well, the A's offense are looking for a shot in the arm, trying to get something going to avoid dropping the 6th game this week. 10-14 overall on the season, 8-7 in league play. So after the mound visit's over, we'll go back to work. The 2-0 misses outside to Coleman, and it's now 3-0. So Coleman can afford to take a pitch. It's a 4-pitch walk, and that has runners on first and second now for the Dodge City A's. Brings up Jacoby Radcliffe. Radcliffe is 1 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice, and that's going to prompt a mound visit from the BeeJays staff. So we'll take this opportunity. Let's thank some of our sponsors. Cargill Meat Solutions, Lauren Dahl, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, TCBP LLC, Jimmy John's, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, Anfragon Financial, LLC, Koch Fertilizer, Deriva Energy, Rabine Brothers, United Wireless Communications Incorporated, and Dodge City Kenworth. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, the mound visit continues as Davis will remain on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. The A's have drawn back-to-back walks. They have runners on first and second with the run already scored in this inning after the solo shot from Justin Cruz that led off. So now the A's are going to call a timeout. The A's call the offensive timeout. They want to talk a few things over. Jason Davis on the mound. He's out for his 5th inning of work and is actually a returner to the BeeJays. In 2024, he had a 5.23 ERA in 20 2/3 innings pitched. Allowed 12 runs on 11 hits, but struck out 23 and walked 11. So as a returner, he's had better stats this year. He's 1-1 on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays through 17 1/3.
Number 15, Jacoby Ratcliffe, left fielder.
With a 3 ERA. He's struck out 18 and walked 11 so far and allowed 9 hits. The pitch to Radcliffe called strike as he showed bunt. Radcliffe's down in the count 0-1. A 0-1 delivery. Radcliffe off the end of the bat. It's out into left field. Ortega there to pull it down promptly, and now 2 away. Well, that's been the story of the night for the Dodge City A's as they seem to be hitting right at people for the most part. That'll bring up Mekhi Johnson, who is 0 for 2. He flew out his last time up. Johnson has scored 4 runs on 2 hits so far this season. He just joined the team about a week ago. The pitch called strike has him down in the count 0-1. Johnson sends a ball foul down towards the A's bullpen. Finds himself down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 delivery coming up from Davis. He's at 81 pitches in the ball game. Fires in and misses high, makes it 1-2. One-two delivery. There are 2 outs in the inning for the A's. They trail it 8-3. They've got some work to do. Pitch misses high. Evens a count at 2. The 2-2. It's Deuces Wild across the top of the scoreboard. Davis will step off. Although there's no actual pitch clock, he still steps off. Well, Johnson will go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. The A's trail 8-3. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, Devon Polk takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's. So we are headed in to the bottom of the 5th. So the night is over for Remington Miller. Polk will take over. So Devon Polk set to face off against Jacob Ortega. Ortega flew out his last time up. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Nolan Huff, or sorry, not Nolan Huff. Devon Polk with no official record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. The first pitch driven out into right field, rounding first and in safely with a double is Ortega. Well, the first pitch is a double, and the BeeJays already have a runner aboard. That will bring up Matt Bernath. Bernath has 1 for 3. He flew out his last time up, as we're back at the top of the order for the Liberal BeeJays. BeeJays lead at 8-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The A's scored 1 in the top of the 5th after giving up 8 unanswered. Polk misses wildly high and outside for the first pitch to Bernath. Bernath ahead in the count 1-0. Polk has what he wants. He'll take a look back at second. Makes the pitch inside. It's a called strike to even the count at 1 apiece. Polk last pitched against the Hayes Arcs on June the 30th. Went 2 2/3 innings. He's got 10 innings overall on the mound for the Dodge City A's as he misses high and outside again, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So in 10 innings, he has a 15.3 ERA. Has allowed 30 runs, but only 17 of them are earned. Pitch is popped up and out to second. The throw back to second base is not there. Edward Gregory Jr. had to cover some ground to get to that, so that most definitely saved advancement and maybe even saved a run. So that brings in Todd Baffa, who is over 2. He flew out his last time up. One on and one away now for the BeeJays. Polk has walked 8 and struck out 6 in his 10 innings pitched so far. Down in the count 0-1 is Baffa as he'll foul one off to the right and falls down in the count 0-2. Clouds working their way in, a line of storms working their way across western Kansas to our north. Doesn't look like they'll bother us here at Brent Gould Field. Baffa takes ball 1. Wild pitch that rolls away from Hammond. It moves Ortega over to third. Evens a count at 2. Ron Polk, the lefty from North Central Texas College, is looking in and has his sign. Delivers, it's high and outside, and the count runs full. Polk was a freshman at NCTC this year. Comes from Granite, Oklahoma. The payoff pitch popped up, giving chase on the infield and falling foul. No. Blake Coleman come up with it. What a catch right at the corner post of the netting. That is 2 away.
Number 20, right fielder, Drew Greco at the plate.
Well, I wasn't sure because it sounded like it hit, but that pitch is popped up by Grego, and coming in on the dirt is Edward Gregory Jr. He'll pull it down, and that is the final out of the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Kevin Hammond leading off as the BeeJays go to the bullpen and call up
Number 16,
Braden Whipple.
on the mound for the BeeJays.
Whipple delivers ball one to Hammond, who is 1 for 2. He singled the last time he was up, a blooper on the infield, and that is out number 1. Whipple fielded it up the first base line, makes the throw to first in time, and now 1 away. So that'll bring up Kane Carlos. We're at the bottom of the order for the Dodge City A's. Carlos is 0 for 1. Went down swinging his last time up. Starts to show bunt and pulls back. Takes it 4-1. Count even at 1 now to Carlos. Hammond, by the way, 4 runs on 8 hits for the season. King Carlos, 17 runs on 12 hits. Finds himself down in the count 1-2. One-two delivery from Whipple. Called strike 3, and that is the second out. The A's go back to the top of the order with Edward Gregory Jr. He's 2 for 3, singled his last time up. Braden Whipple, the red shirt freshman from Shattuck, Oklahoma. Has Gregory ahead in the count 1-0. Gregory takes a pitch low again, moves ahead in the count 2-0. Edward Gregory Jr. with 12 RBIs on the season for the Dodge City A's. So he'll take a pitch over his head, moves ahead 3-0. Whipple with the 3-0 delivery, called strike. Gregory thought it was ball 4. Count now 3-1. That one does miss, and Gregory will draw the walk. So that'll bring up Justin Cruz, who is 2 for 3. A solo home run his last time up over the left field wall. See what he can do here. He has 8 RBIs already on the season. Been an impact for the Dodge City A's. There are people down in the bullpen for the Liberal BeeJays, but no active work. So this mound visit's being broken up and will go back to work. So Justin Cruz at the plate for the Dodge City A's. He'll step up with 1 on and 2 away. Whipple delivers a first pitch, swung on and missed. The throw down to second, not in time. Cruz down in the count 0-1. He was swinging at a high pitch. We'll see what Whipple does here. He comes set, working from the middle of the rubber. He'll take a long look back at second. There goes Gregory Jr., the throw down to third, gets away. It'll roll out into the outfield, and the throwing error will score a run, and the A's are back on the board here in the top of the sixth. They trail 8-4. So on the 1-1 pitch, Whipple will miss outside. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 delivery. Whipple still looking in, has his sign and come set. Delivers inside, makes it 3-1. Well, the A's trail it 8-4. They've out-hit the BeeJays in this ball game 7-6. Pitches swung on and missed. The count runs full for Justin Cruz. So we'll see a payoff pitch here. Nobody on and 2 away. Cruz hit the solo home run over the left wall his last time up. Whipple delivers. It's low. Called strike, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the sixth. The A's trail 8-4. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Devon Polk returns to the mound for the Dodge City A's as we enter the bottom of the sixth. The A's trailing 8-4. This is his second inning of work. He threw just 12 pitches in his first inning. He'll deliver a ball outside to Justin Hudson leading off for the Liberal BeeJays. He's walked twice and doubled. He's 1 for 1 officially in the ball game, and he'll deliver pitch high and well outside. Makes it 2-0 to the leadoff batter, Hudson. So Hudson, Willis, and Garcia due up in this inning for the BeeJays. Paul takes his look in and delivers a strike on the inner part of the plate. 2-1, the count to Hudson. BeeJays are looking to improve to 9-9 overall in league play. The A's would like to improve to 9-7 overall. Curveball that misses outside, and count runs full. The payoff pitch from Polk. A line drive right at Kane Carlos, and that is the first out of the inning. So that'll bring in Carson Willis for the Liberal BeeJays. Willis is 1 for 3, hit a home run. It was a 3-run shot his last time up. It was a no-doubter.
Number 39, Carson Willis.
One away for the BeeJays is Willis ahead in the count 1-0. Moves ahead now 2-0 after Polk misses a little high and outside. Polk misses high and outside again, has been 3 straight out of the zone. No work down in the A's bullpen currently as pitches delivered for a strike. Polk catches the outer part of the zone on that one. Delivers high and outside again, and it's a 5-pitch walk to Willis. Brings up Drew Garcia, who is 0 for 3. He flew out the last time he was up.
Number 26, pitcher, Drew Garcia.
Garcia, who is 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1 on and 1 away, and he'll take a big swing. Comes up empty. Falls down in the count 0-1. Just over the 2-hour mark now here at Brent Gould Field. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch swung on and missed. Has Garcia down in the count 0-2. He'll take a step out of the box. We'll go back to work. Polk has what he wants. Takes a look over at first. Swing and a miss, and 3 straight strikes for the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Landon Bruce. He's 0 for 1. Walked on the last time he was up. He's walked on twice in the ball game. Grounded out to the pitcher in his second at bat. Called strike to Bruce as for Polk. Delivered the 5-pitch walk. He'll throw over to first to check on Willis, but he was there back safely. Misses a high on that one. It evens a count at 1. The A's and BeeJays will be back in action tomorrow night at Cavalier Field as the A's return home for the first time this week. Polk misses high and outside again. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Bruce. Well, after getting ahead 0-1, 3 straight out of the zone, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Landon Bruce. Bruce, the second baseman, the 7-hole hitter for the Liberal BeeJays. BeeJays working their 4th trip through the batting order, and he'll draw the walk. So a walk, a line drive, a walk, a strikeout, and a walk. That has runners on first and second for the BeeJays. That brings in Jack Ryan. Ryan, he's 0 for 1, flew out his last time up. He's walked on twice in the ball game as well. The free passes aplenty tonight for the A's pitching staff. Polk will deliver outside for ball 1 to Ryan. One-0 pitch. High and outside again, and it will get to the backstop, and that advances the runners to second and third. Two balls and no strikes a count. Polk delivers. It is fouled off. See the 2-1 pitch. Ryan steps out of the box. He'll step back in. The 2-1 delivery. Polk gets Ryan to foul it off the end of the bat, and it will even the count at 2. It's deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. BeeJays have 2 runners on as well. 2-2 delivery from Polk. Up the third base line, it hits the bag, and it will score a run. Here comes the second. So with a runner on second, give Ryan credit with a single. He'll advance on the throw. This is the 7th hit of the ball game, and that brings in Jacob Ortega at the bottom of the order for the Liberal BeeJays. Ortega flies out to left. A diving catch. It was a beautiful catch by Jacoby Radcliffe. And that ends the inning. It robs another run, and we're headed to the top of the 7th. The A's trail it 10-4. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Braden Whipple returns to the mound in the top of the 7th. Came in relief of the starter Davis. He threw 17 pitches in his first inning of relief, and he will face Isaiah Velasco. Velasco's 0 for 2, has struck out twice the last 2 times he was up. Yeah, he's working their 4th trip through the batting order, and Velasco down in the count 0-1. Well, Velasco's down in the count 0-2 now. Velasco with 23 RBIs on the season. Takes a pitch that misses. Makes a count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, and it is the hat trick of strikeouts for Isaiah Velasco. 1 away for the Dodge City A's, and that'll bring in Matt Perez. Perez has walked on the last 2 times he's been up.
Number 27, third baseman, Matt Perez.
Perez with 18 RBIs for the season. He's set to face off against Whipple. The pitch, it's popped up. Tracking it out in the outfield and ranging in hard was Ryan to pull it down for out number 2. Brings up Blake Coleman with 2 away. He walked on his last time up.
First baseman, number 24, Blake Coleman at the plate.
Coleman 1 for 2 in the ball game. Has 6 RBIs. The pitch is a called strike. Catching the lower part of the zone is Whipple. So he gets Coleman to foul that pitch off, and Coleman's quickly down in the count 0-2. The pitch misses outside. Whipple delivers, grounded to the third baseman, Baffa. The throw to first is in time. The A's will go down 1-2-3. It is stretch time in Liberal. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Devon Polk back on the mound for the Dodge City A's as he leads Matt Bernath off with ball one. Bernath 1 for 4, flew out the last time he was up. Polk misses high and outside on that one. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There is no work down in the A's bullpen currently. Polk misses high, makes it 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Polk delivers. Called strike. A 3-1 delivery. Polk gets the outer edge of the zone on that one, runs the count full to Bernath. Polk loses the battle as he'll miss outside on the payoff pitch and walks a runner aboard. The BeeJays, they have their leadoff aboard to bring in Todd Baffa. Baffa's 0 for 3. He flew out his last time up. Takes a pitch high for ball one. Bottom of the 7th, and the A's trail 10-4. Wild pitch moved Bernath over to second. The BeeJays have a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. The A's are going to send, it looks like, Jaden Andrade down to the mound, or to the bullpen, sorry, to start getting ready. The 2-0 pitch, called strike. Polk has thrown 46 pitches in relief. The first call out of the bullpen in relief of Remington Miller, the starter for the Dodge City A's tonight. Baffa fouls that one off. It evens a count at 2. Swung on and missed. Baffa goes down on strikes. One away for the BeeJays to bring in Drew Grego. Grego has been a hard out for the A's tonight. He's 2 for 3, has doubled twice, been hit by pitch. He flew out the last time he was up. Grego will see the first pitch go high. 1-0 delivery coming as Polk will take a look back at second. Bernath has a big lead off of second. Grego goes down to a knee as he fouls it off. Evens a count at 1. One delivery coming as Polk will step back on. Grego checks his swing. It doesn't come off his shoulders, but it's called strike. He's down in the count 1-2. One, two is fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Polk looking in. Grounded foul this time to the left side. Back-to-back foul offs, and the count remains 1-2. Sixth pitch of the at-bat coming to Grego. Take a pitch outside. That evens the count at 2. Two-two pitch, fouled backwards. Count will remain 2-2. The 2-2 pitch again from Devon Polk. Miss outside, and Bernath moves over to third. Payoff pitch coming here from Polk. A's trailing at 10-4. BeeJays have only scored in it 3 half innings. It was popped up was the pitch going out towards right field. They lost it, and that will score a run. That'll bring up Justin Hudson. BeeJays lead at 11-4. They've now out-hit the A's 8-7. So Hudson steps in. He's 1 for 2. Hit into a line drive his last time up. Doubled and has walked on twice. Hudson a line drive out into left field, and the inning continues with just 1 away. So that'll bring up Carson Willis now, who has 1 for 3. Willis walked on his last time up. Still 1 away for the BeeJays. 1 run in with 1 away now. Willis, the 5th batter of the inning. So he'll take a pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Misses high. Makes it 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch sent foul. Makes it 2-1. Grego at second, Hudson at first. Makes contact off the end of the bat. It's popped up, going out into right field again. It's dropped. And the A's overthrow it. So that'll score a run. So a hit and then an error. So that'll bring in Drew Garcia, and the BeeJays will send out a courtesy runner for Willis. JT Cox will take over in the DH spot. Garcia takes a ball. Garcia's 0 for 4. He got caught swinging his last time up. 2 runs have scored in the inning. The BeeJays have scored in back-to-back innings now. So Garcia's ahead in the count, 3-0. He struck out in 3 pitches the last time he was up. Cox at second, Hudson at third for the BeeJays as Garcia takes a strike call. Garcia fouls that one off. As the count runs full. So a payoff pitch here from Polk. The A's are down 12-4. Pitch. It's a fly ball out to right field. It'll tag up the runners and score another run as it gets away from Perez at third. Well, the A's are dangerously close to dropping a run rule here. There are 2 away, and that brings in Landon Bruce, who walked on his last time up. He takes a first pitch for ball 1. Pitch is in and called strike. It evens the count at 1. From Polk, who is now at 70 pitches in the ball game. It's in his 3rd inning of relief. Two and 1 the count now. The pitch swung on and missed. Bruce evens a count at 2. Deuce is wild again with 2 away. Swung on and missed. That will end the inning. We are headed to the top of the 8th. The A's trail it 13-4. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jacoby Radcliffe down in the count 0-1. Now evens the count at 1 as he takes a strike or takes a ball outside. Radcliffe is 1 for 3. He flew out his last time up, fouls that pitch back at the third base dugout. He'll fall down in the count 1-2. Radcliffe takes that one high. It evens the count at 2. Two delivery. Swung on and missed, and that is the first out of the inning. That'll bring in Kane Carlos. No, sorry, Mekhi Johnson is due up for the Dodge City A's. Kevin Hammond stands in the on-deck circle. Johnson takes a swing and a miss. Down in the count 0-1. Johnson went down swinging his last time up. He's actually struck out twice. A drop third strike, a fly out, and a strikeout has been his night at the plate. He'll foul that one back over the netting and out of play. Finds himself down in the count 0-2. Well, the A's are starting to find themselves in danger of dropping their 5th straight. Johnson will strike out again. He goes down swinging. And now 2 away to bring up Kevin Hammond. Braden Whipple out for his 3rd inning of relief as Hammond steps in. He's 1 for 3. He grounded out the last time he was up. The A's have not scored since the 6th. They've been outscored 5-1 since they scored their last run in the top of the 6th. Hammond fouls off that pitch. Finds himself down in the count 0-1. Hammond again fouls. Fouls it back into the net. Quickly finds himself down in the count 0-2. Whipple struggled a little bit in his 1st inning of relief, but has since come back strong and has gets Hammond to foul that one off. The A's went down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. Hammond takes a ball outside, makes it 1-2 the count. A 1-2 delivery coming from Whipple. Hammond makes contact. It'll go foul. It's out of play to the right. Over towards the sound equipment for the fireworks show coming up at the conclusion of this ball game. Just over 2.5 hours in this one, the A's trailing 13-4. They've been out hit 10-7 in the ball game. 1-2 delivery. Hammond golf swings it, but it is a fly ball right back at the shortstop Bernath. That will send us to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jaden Andrade has taken over the mound for the Dodge City A's, and the first pitch he delivers to Jack Ryan is a hit by pitch. So 1 on and nobody out for the Liberal BeeJays, and that brings up Jacob Ortega. Ortega at the bottom of the order for the Liberal BeeJays. Something about time was called. Ortega's 1 for 3. He flew out his last time up. Takes a pitch low and outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled off back into the netting. One and one the count. Andrade takes a look over at first. Pitch swung on and missed. Ortega finds himself down in the count 1-2. The A's would like to get themselves into the top of the 9th. So we're just about 2 hours and 40 minutes into this ball game. The pitch fouled off by Ortega. It comes back and hits the base of the grandstands. Count remains 1-2. So after the strikeout to Ortega, we return it back to the top of the order with Matt Bernath. Bernath is 1 for 4. He walked on his last time up. 1 out and 1 on for the BeeJays. Ryan at first. He was hit by pitch in his first pitch by Jaden Andrade. Matt Bernath, 1 for 4. He walked on his last time up. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Pitch is inside. Runner goes. The throw to second. Not in time. Count 2-0 to Bernath. Bernath makes contact. It's a fly ball. Ranging back in from right, making the basket catch. The throw back to second was actually a throw to third. That's 2 away.
Number 2, third baseman, Todd Baffa.
So that'll bring up Todd Baffa. Baffa 0 for 4. He went down swinging his last time up. Andrade delivers a strike and has Baffa down in the count 0-1. Fouled. Baffa quickly down 0-2 now. Andrade, he has a 2-1 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Go to delivery coming. Grounded to the third baseman, Perez. A look, the runner back, throw to first in time. That will end the inning, and we're headed to the top of the 9th. The A's down to their final 3 outs. They trail 13-4. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, the BeeJays go to Trevor Steele to try to close out the game for them. Steele has made 2 appearances for the Liberal BeeJays. 6 innings pitched. He is 0-1 on the mound. A 13.50 ERA, 8 strikeouts, and 13 walks. Kane Carlos leads off for the Dodge City A's. Took ball number 1. The pitch misses. Carlos ahead in the count, 2-0. Kane Carlos, he got caught looking his last time up. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hit by pitch, looking, a strikeout, swinging, and a strikeout looking has been his night at the plate. 2-0 delivery from Steele as he misses outside. Hit 3 balls and no strikes. Four-pitch walk, and the A's have a runner aboard. The A's have not had their leadoff aboard since the 5th inning, and that was really just a home run, a solo shot by Justin Cruz at that point. So that brings up Edward Gregory Jr. We're back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's. He is 2 for 3. He walked on his last time up. Takes a pitch high for ball 1. A 1-0 delivery coming from Steele. He works from the first base side of the rubber. The righty throws in, it gets away, and that will move Carlos over to second on the wild pitch. So the A's have a run just 180 feet away. They trail it 13-4. One in the first, one in the second, one in the 5th, and one in the 6th has been the scoring for the Dodge City A's as Steele has missed out of the zone with 7 straight. Garcia goes out and he's going to have a conversation. A little pick-me-up talk. So a runner on second and a 3-0 count to Edward Gregory Jr. Pitch was called strike. So after 7 straight out of the zone, Steele finally found it. 3-1 delivery. Misses a called strike. Generous strike zone on that call, and the count runs full. The pitch swung on and missed. Edward Gregory Jr. will go down on strikes, and that is 1 away. That brings up Justin Cruz. Cruz is 2 for 4. He got caught looking his last time up. Carlos goes, and he's down at third. Cruz comes up empty on the swing and is down in the count 0-1. Run now just 90 feet away. The A's are in danger of dropping their 5th straight this week. Pitch misses outside. Makes it 1-1. 2-1 the count to Cruz. No work in either bullpen, as this would be Steele's game to finish. One away for the Dodge City A's. 2-1 delivery. Cruz taps it foul. Count now even at 2. Two-two pitch. Misses low, and the count runs full. So we'll see a payoff pitch to Cruz here from Trevor Steele. It is the countdown. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch grounded back up the middle. That'll score a run. It's an RBI single for Justin Cruz.
Right fielder number 16, Isaiah Velasco.
Brings in Isaiah Velasco. He's 0 for 3. Has the hat trick of strikeouts in the ball game. Walked on in his first at bat, but strikeout swinging, strikeout looking, and strikeout swinging has been last 3 times he's been up. See if he can break something here. 1 on and 1 away for the A's. They've scored 1 run here in the top of the 9th. Velasco will take a pitch high and inside for ball 1. A's trailing 13-5 against the Liberal BeeJays. Velasco takes a pitch high inside again, gets him scooting back. Works himself ahead in the count 2-0. Well, at the conclusion of this game, we'll take a quick step aside and come back with your post-game wrap-up so we can get out of here and enjoy the fireworks, which will come up quickly after the completion of this game. Velasco swings and misses. Finds himself at the count at 2-1. BeeJays have their center fielder Ryan shaded towards the right field side a little bit. Velasco takes a pitch inside. It's 3-1. It gets away from Garcia, and that will move Cruz over to second. So the 3-1 delivery. Cruz with a big lead off of second. Nobody's holding him on. Grounded up the middle. It's going to score a run. See, throw home was up the line. So Velasco with an RBI single up the middle, and the A's have drawn closer at 13-6.
Number 27, third baseman, Matt Perez.
So that brings in Matt Perez. Perez is 0 for 2. He flew out his last time up. Fly out, walk, walk, and fly out has been his night at the plate. He'll take a pitch high for ball 1. Grounded at the third baseman. They'll go to second for 1, and that's all they'll get on that one. So Perez on at first after the fielder's choice, and now 2 away. Brings in Blake Coleman, who is 1 for 3. He grounded out the last time he was up. Down the count, 0-1 is Coleman. The delivery from Steele checks his swing. Still goes around, and Coleman's down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery coming. Misses outside and low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Steele delivers. It's a high fly ball. It's headed towards the left field side. It's high enough. It's long enough, and it is gone. A 2-run shot over the left field wall. A no-doubter that was up in the trees, and it has drawn the A's within 5. They trail it 13-8. So that brings up Jacoby Radcliffe. Radcliffe is 1 for 4. He struck out the last time he was up. The A's have scored 4 here in the top of the 9th. They trail 13-8. Pitch misses high. Pitch came in. It hit Radcliffe in the ankle. Jacoby's up, so the A's will see who they send to run. Radcliffe's making his way down to first. No doubt the A's will likely send somebody out to be a pinch runner. I believe the A's are going to send out Paxton Huff. So that'll bring in Mekhi Johnson. He is 0 for 4, got caught swinging the last 2 times he's been at the plate. So technically, he has a hat trick of strikeouts in this ball game as well, as he had a drop third strike and then strikeout swinging. The first pitch to Johnson is tight inside for ball one. Johnson is hit by pitch, and that'll bring in Kevin Hammond. Hammond, the ninth batter of the inning for the Dodge City A's. The BeeJays are wasting no time making the call to the bullpen. We'll take this opportunity to thank some sponsors: Conant Construction LLC, Wild Pines Washes Dodge City LLC, Tommy's Car Wash, First Avenue Dental PA, ITC Great Plains LLC, Hinton Plumbing Service LLC, Medical Heights Dental Center PA, DC Appliance and Furniture, and Dodge City Eye Care. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So the BeeJays have made the call to the bullpen. They are going to Leandro Tamaki.
Warming up for the BeeJays.
So Tamaki takes over with 2 runners on and 2 away for the Dodge City A's. We'll take a step aside, come back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. So Leandro Tamaki takes over the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. Kevin Hammond is down in the count, 1-2. Tamaki and Harris, 2 runners on. Hammond 1 for 4, flew out the last time he was up. Yeah, he's trying to keep things going. They've scored 4 here in the top of the 9th, but Tamaki gets the strikeout, and that will end it. The A's fall to the BeeJays 13-8. They leave 2 runners on. We'll take a step aside and come back quickly with our post-game wrap-up so we can get on to the fireworks show coming up after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Take this opportunity to thank our final round of sponsors at David H. Snap, Robert L. White, John F. Wilkinson, Gail L. Osmus, Mead Lumber Company Incorporated, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, and Mr. G's Liquor, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, that'll do it as the A's fall to the BeeJays tonight, 13-8. The BeeJays, 13 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, they strand 9. The A's, 8 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, and they strand 9. Jason Davis picks up the win on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. Remington Miller takes a loss for your Dodge City A's. Let's take a quick look at our scoring summary. The A's would get a run on early as Edward Gregory Jr. would lead off in the top of the first. He would single and then come around and score. Then in the second, the A's would get another run as they would lead it 2-0. Paxton Huff would Jacoby Radcliffe, would hit a triple. And then he would be driven in on a Kevin Hammond ground-out RBI. Kane Carlos was hit by pitch, and the A's would have a runner on, but then the BeeJays would come storming back, and they would lead it 5-2 after the second. The A's would get on the board again in the fifth. A solo shot from Justin Cruz over the left center wall would get the A's to answer back. Matt Perez and Blake Coleman would draw walks to have runners on, but nothing else would happen in the fifth. The A's would have 3 runs at that point. They would get another run in the sixth as Edward Gregory Jr. at the top of the order would walk on and then come around to score on an error. It would be an unearned run. Then in the top of the ninth, the A's down 13-4. They would lead off with a Kane Carlos walk, followed by a single from Justin Cruz that drove in a run. Isaiah Velasco would get his first hit of the ball game as he would drive in a run. He would single back up the middle. Matt Perez would come around and score after he got on a fielder's choice. And Blake Coleman with a 2-run home run over the left field wall would give the A's their 8 runs. The A's fall 13-8 to the Liberal BeeJays. They fall to 10-15 overall on the season. 8-8 in the Rocky Mountain League play. The A's will be back in action tomorrow night. They host these Liberal BeeJays back at Cavalier Field, looking for their first win as they have dropped 5 in a row now. I am Justin Hergert saying farewell and good night. And for the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you for following along as the A's fall to the BeeJays tonight, 13-8. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.